Time for the second fan. Alrighty, bro. Grab these screws out. And can I grab it from this side? Yes, I can. Alright, so I'm going to try and reach my arm around. Which is a little difficult, I gotta say. But there's a will, there's a way. Getting some rubbish out of my way, slash, oh, making a mess, because why not? Alright, so now that that's done, we've got the 2 more screws just here to put in, and we've got those fans installed. You know what, I think for the next build, guys, I'm going to have my drill out. Might not be able to use it on a motherboard or even the graphics card, but when it comes to installing fans like this, would make it a breeze. Because right now, I am already very bored of having to do this. Let alone how you feel watching it. Alright, so now that we got that one in, we can then turn it around and we can start on the AIO, I believe. Yeah, that should be nice to get in there. Because once we've got that in, we can actually start looking at this like it's a computer. Yeah. Alright, so let's turn this one back around. Now, as we talked about the AIO, and I hope you can see this as well, as I'm hoping. The AIO goes in this bracket up the top, so it means we remove it. There's one. I'm actually just going to put the motherboard screws back in here, in their case, because it's also for SSDs, so that's why there's so many left over. Alright. Oh yeah, that'll be easy to cable manage later. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then that comes out. Now, in this case, I am going to try and sit over here. I don't actually need, I love the feel of that button. So I don't need too much room to do this, although I will need to get to the box that's down the back here, the AIO, because as we talked about in the unboxing, I actually have to remove the pre-installed fans, which is a little annoying, but as again mentioned, not a big deal. All right, I'll sit on down out of the way, grab out this. I'll sit this one down out of the way. And the fans on this need to come off. All right. And that's getting sort of out of the way. There's one. Yeah, see what I mean, guys? This is the part where if I had my drill right now, I'd smash this out very quickly. And even not just the drill, I've got the electric screwdriver for more delicate tasks, which would work perfectly here. But I'll pull that out for the next build. I've already started, I'm not stopping. I'm going to get this one done. Really hope that side panel that I mentioned in the unboxing video, I truly hope that the panel comes soon. Alright. Need to unplug them. Oh no. Just need to undo this. It's the cable tie here. So the fans are already plugged into each other and daisy chained for neatness. They run down like that. Which I gotta say, that kind of looks okay. I left a lot of them in there. Alright. I'm hoping I'll now set the radiator and whatnot back in there. Now the fans are going to go in the bottom, and I want them facing the way they are. So I was sort of hoping I could just sort of do this. Get it through. I need all of them all the way through. So I need to get that radiator on the inside. Grab out the few out of here as well. Okay. Alright, so this bit's where it's going to get a little tricky. I need to be able to... Let's move those ones up there for now. I need to get that bracket onto said radiator. Which means I definitely shouldn't have put those screws in. So let's all together pull them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, so that needs to sit there. This bracket, which goes, sugar. Bracket goes in that way, which means when I flip it, that's going to be wrong, so I have to go like that. It's alright, I'll get to get one in, it'll all sort of start to join. Apparently I didn't line them up. Ta-da! Alright. And I'll do this top corner next. Once they're lined up, I'll screw that in too. Sort of should hold the place. As you'll see, or I should have mentioned, I'm not going to tighten these up too much. I want them tight, but I don't want them like forcing. Should line up nicely either way. And of course that dropped screw went all the way down the back. So just give me a sec, guys. I'm just going to grab that screw from underneath the table. Easy peasy. Alright, so let's chuck this one in now. And screw it down. Alright, let's get one of these middle ones in because they haven't been done yet. Should be it. I like this bracket. Little inopportune the fact that I had to undo the fans from the actual radiator. But honestly, this is well done. Hyte have made a really nice case. I mean, I shouldn't sound surprised. It's what they do, right? Why is that one not going in? You're not lined up. All right. Now I just got the couple more to go in. Then we can get this AIO in. Alright, so just gonna do this, and then I'm gonna get a drink of water. I'm quiet for a bit there. I was a bit parched and didn't overly realise it. Ah, that's better. Interesting. I've messed this entire piece up. So where the cables on the radiator are, they're not able to go that way. And I was just looking, there's not enough room on the clearance if I was to turn it. Could they come down between the side? Now when I have my tape measure here, for good measure, let's double check the clearance is 20, 18, 19 millimeter. I'll measure it on the other side. And the 17 on that side. Okay, so I'm actually going to have to pull this out and screw it back in another way. So I'm actually going to I'm going to pause this video for a second. And whilst it's paused, I'm going to go grab my electric screwdriver, because this will be much quicker if I've got that on me. All right, one sec. All right, so I'm just going to grab my electric screwdriver. Should make this a very quick job. And the most common head. Now, you know what? I didn't check if this... Ooh, it's almost flat. That's all right. Should still be plenty for this job. All right. So let me just... It does actually line up that way. Let's see if it fits in the case, though, that way. No. Yeah, so couldn't overly show you that easily because it was a little off, but it doesn't fit. I was right. There's about 2.5 mil of clearance off. So I did need to take that apart, and I do need to have the radiator on the inside and the fans on top. Not an issue. Won't look any worse or anything, or better or anything It's just the way I have to go. But that's okay. All right, so that means this bracket and the fans. So the fans will actually go in that canopy this time. And I want that way. The cable management comes out. Yeah, off to the side here so that I can feed it down the back. Otherwise it's going to come out towards the front of it, like towards the power button. We don't want that. All right. They not line up properly. Oh, because it's got 140mm brackets as well as 120s. So I'm like, why don't they line up? Because they don't. All right, so this is going to be the front. And easy peasy. And that would mean that the radiator is going to go on this side, this way. Yep. Let's set this down, lined up. Let's just get one fan screwed in for now. So it all lines up. All right. I'm not entirely sure how well you can see this because I personally don't see it the very best either. And I thought I just had it lined up. I don't know what happened. Apparently not. Trying to do this all as one while the cables are all still attached makes it a little bit more uneasy. There we go, that should be it. Hallelujah. What's going on there? Oh, it lines up on the top, but not the right on the bottom. There we go. Alright. It's about there to me, right? God, that's quicker. Sorry guys, I've been a bit quiet at the moment because there's not overly much to talk about with this bit because I already spoke about it once. But yeah, so fans on the outside, unfortunately. That's okay. Alright, now I got half the screws in and it's all lined up. I can start dropping these ones in. Then I'll just hit them all with the electric screwdriver. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright, now that we've finally bloody done that, I can then drop this in. All the cables too. I actually need these cables to feed out to the back. So I'll do that now. And the AIO cable off the pump can be done later. And that's it. Now let me pull this over so you can see. What's happening here and why is it getting caught? Ah. So guess what, guys? I have to pull that apart for the 3rd time. But that's unfortunate. Turns out the cables from the AIO actually have to feed out to the front. Otherwise, there's not enough room to fit through. So that's a bit of a dag nabbit as another problem. But hey, we're kind of becoming a pro at doing this, right? That's unfortunate. All right, so start unstalling. And now it needs to go that way. And that puts, yeah. You know what? I'm just going to decide to laugh instead of getting annoyed by that. All right. That means I got to now lay this back down and line those fans up for another time. That's not an issue. We can get this done. No, I need these fans spun because I want this cable coming out at the back end of it. So Alright guys, so we're almost done rectifying that mistake. You'll find, yeah, I've sort of stopped talking for a bit here. Honestly, I'm sort of running out of conversation. Alright, that's in. It's the right orientation and it should just slide right in. Now, who wants to test this? Because I know we're going to have to test this now. Alrighty, let's check out. I'm going to sit this one here and I'll grab this case. Remember, it goes right in the top there. So let's grab it and see. All right, guys, so I was just doing some cable management and tidying up when I realized that one of the cables I had that wasn't plugged in yet was actually still a fan header cable. Now, it turns out I didn't actually have enough on the motherboard. I needed 7. The motherboard came with 6. So our fix for this, and thankfully I had one sitting around from a previous build, is we're going to be using the Core Master Fan ARGB and PWM hub. So you get 6 ports from 1. Now, what that means is I am going to need to run one more power cable to my power supply, and that'll just be a SATA power, which will just sit at the back here for this. And this one, what I love about this is it's magnetic. I can just stick it anywhere and it's done. I don't have to go out of my way to do anything overly specific, thankfully. So what that'll means is I'm going to have that sit preferably at the bottom of the case there. Like, I'm going to turn this around to show you, but I very much doubt it's going to be too easy.